Chapter 6, Dispatches from the Outpost. One of the characteristics of turkey hunters is that they like to talk about turkey hunting almost as well as they like to hunt. The collection of letters in this chapter, presented generally in chronological order, cover a series of letters from me to a variety of people on a variety of subjects. Most, but not all, of these letters are about turkeys or hunting or the people with whom I worked or hunted. Only a few of them are about techniques. All of them are based on the woods or the terrain or the people who work and or hunt in the woods and the thought processes of such people. Other than to assure myself that I never wrote the word shirt without the letter R in it, the letters were sent or received just as you see them. The split infinitives remain divorced, the dangling participles continue to dangle, and the ruptured gerunds are left to suffer without their trusses. The people on either end of the letters constitute a representative slice of the thought processes of the inhabitants of Turkeyana. Since probably none of these correspondents are known to you, many of them are deceased, and none of them have celebrity status, an introductory list of who they are is also included. All Woods salaried, the 60-yacht supervisors in the Woods Division, the overseers of the circus. Parker Wheaton, old-line turkey hunter from South Carolina, lawyer, one of the pioneer turkey hunters in the South. Lovett Williams, Dan Speake, George Hurst, the holy trinity of turkey biologists in Alabama, Mississippi, and Florida. Roger Stevens, boyhood friend of the author, fellow undistinguished naval person from World War II. Mike McLaughlin, correspondent and veterinarian from Cummings, Georgia. Ernest Davis, former woods manager in North Florida, friend of author, turkey hunter since 1925, deceased. Thomas Henry Nickerson, lawyer, friend of author, old-line turkey hunter. Clyde Davis, lawyer, son of Ernest Davis. Jim Andrews, friend and world's best turkey hunter, deceased. Kid, daughter, also known as Lowdown Laura, accomplice of Toronto Tom, fictional Canadian fur thief. Panjo, Joseph E. Kelly, author's grandfather, deceased. George Heen, wood dealer, former employer, deceased. Cur Strickland, Ronnie Strickland of Mossy Oak. Leon Mosley, Laura's maternal grandfather, deceased. William, young correspondent. December 15, 1986, all Woods salaried. Friday, November 21st, 1986, there will be a ceremony at Hooks Lake to celebrate W.H. Nelson's passing of the baton. Southeast Timberlands has repeatedly demonstrated its ability to hold social functions of various sizes, but this event is most special, and in an attempt to make it truly memorable, we have incorporated suggestions from various members of our group that show promise of reaching new heights. There will be a fireworks display that will remind veterans of the Normandy invasion of their vanished youth. There will be whole troops of dancing girls in the most advanced stages of undress passing among the gypsy violinists. There will be brass bands, a torchlight procession upwards of a half-mile long, thundering oratory by distinguished speakers, and a succession of broadsides from the 3 line boats that have been fitted out as 40-gun frigates for the occasion. We have regretfully abandoned our plans for a replay of the Battle of Midway. The Lexington is available at Pensacola. The Alabama could be sailed north on loan, and sufficient aircraft and auxiliary vessels could be made available by the Navy Department. Unfortunately, the raising and refurbishing of the 4 Japanese carriers sunk in Midway is considered to be somewhat beyond the scope of the budgetary restraints that have been established. We propose, therefore, as the grand finale of the event on November 21st, to reenact the parting of the Red Sea. The Corps of Engineers has agreed to build a dam just below Mileboard 51, upstream from Hooks Lake, and just above this dam cut a channel from the Tombigbee into the Alabama River. At the proper time, an actor costumed as Moses will extend his ride over the riverbank at the east end of the wood yard. The Corps will close the spillway, and the Tombigbee River will be diverted into the Alabama. At this point, 50% of east operations, costumed as the Hebrew children, will cross on the dry riverbed to the south shore. 20 minutes later, staff engineering, most of the corporate capital committee, and a healthy slice of the law division, all taking the part of the Pharaoh's army, will gallop onto the riverbed in pursuit, and the Corps will open the spillway. Certain of you will be called upon from time to time to help with arrangements, and certain of you will be responsible for various parts of the ceremony. I ask that you maintain an attitude of creative expectancy toward the matter, and I will keep you apprised of developments as they occur. Very truly yours, Tom Kelly.